Hey, healthy bestie, get in. We're going to a yoga class taught by a very special friend and talented yogi. This is a little pre-class fit check, checking out the progress from my Pilates and my dance fitness. The workouts are working. Where you been? Where you at? I need to see you in a class online or in person. Check the description for deets. But anyway, let's head out the door. Now, of course, because this is for my fibroid elimination besties, this is me getting to Fabletics. This is where the class was, and that was Crystal. She's teaching the class. She's a dope yoga instructor. So the benefits of yoga for fibroids are many. Yoga alleviates stress. Yoga also enhances digestive health, critical for expelling toxins and excess estrogen through your waist. Yoga balances hormones, y'all. Estrogen dominance, goodbye. Also, yoga enhances circulation to the pelvic region. Now that may sound crazy, I know, but basically it's improving the circulation. A lot of times, as was in the case with me, when I found out I had fibroids, I had stagnant blood that was pooling in the pelvic region. Yoga will help move that stagnant energy, that stagnant blood. It will get it flowing as opposed to backing up and collecting, which is an awesome food source for fibroids and something that we really want to make sure that we are addressing. Yoga is a very efficient way to do that. Yoga is also great for energy, correcting negative energy, which is one of the pillars of natural fibroid elimination. And incidentally, here's a primer on the pillars that you need to cover to have a solid foundation to shrink fibroids. We've got food, diet, we've got exercise, stress management needs to be addressed. You need to have a proper plan for detoxification as well as nourishment, getting the proper nutrition in. And there's examples under each of these pillars for those that would like some examples. Now know that we can always go deeper, and we do that in private coaching. Now, we also have self-care as a pillar, but the one that I want to focus in on today is the pillar that addresses the non-physical factors that influence why fibroids develop. And some of those non-physical factors could be emotional imbalances, psychological trauma, spiritual issues, maybe a lack of a spiritual connection, even epigenetic patterns in the DNA in your lineage. In order to have a solid plan to shrink fibroids, we've got to factor in approaching the subject by addressing non-physical factors, because we have a physical body and we have non-physical bodies that make up our whole selves. And at any time, there could be potential blockages, negative energy feeding fibroids due to stress, like I said, lack of spiritual awareness, and so on and so forth. So I just want to take a moment to invite you to go deeper. I'm offering a promotional rate right now for anybody who is interested in exploring Womb Reiki. I have a service where we do a Womb Reiki virtual energy reading and a clearing. And in the service, I look into your womb chakras, I locate blockages and other areas of energetic imbalance, and I consult with you on how these blockages, these areas, are playing out in your waking life. And we use that to identify the non-physical root cause of why you have fibroids and how you can get rid of them. So email me to book your session. Now let's get on to this recipe, okay? Look at this spread. I already have everything beautifully arranged here. Can you guess what we're making? I've got teff flour, coconut oil, baking powder, vanilla bean paste. I've got my plant milk, Ceylon cinnamon for blood sugar balance. The rest of the ingredients will be in the description, but baby, we are making the most gorgeous and nutritious, out of this world nutrition. Talk about mineralization, pancakes today. So we're starting with 1 cup of teff flour in our bowl, and then you're literally going to just add all the other ingredients. You may want to melt the coconut oil down so it's easier to blend and you don't have little chunks of coconut oil, but this is everything blended up, mixed up with a spoon here. It's really simple and it's very fast to put the batter together. It's a little different than traditional pancake batter. Teff flour is a lot more dense, and it's also smooth, which is odd. It's dense, but it has a smooth texture, and it is loaded with nutrition, which I'm going to tell you about shortly, why this is something that you do want to add. Now, in addition to the pancakes, I made my own lower glycemic syrup from coconut palm sugar. So I just melted the sugar in a saucepan and added coconut milk and brought that to a simmer and just kept stirring it until it thickened, simmered and thickened. And I'm showing you the whole process because this was in the very beginning. And as time passes, you'll see in the next clip the change in thickness because it had been simmering for quite some time. Not a lot of time, but it does need to go through that simmer in order to get thickened. And this is where it gets a little bit thicker, almost like syrupy, but it's still a little watery. But, you know, it won't be exactly like syrup. It is a different thing than regular sugar. But this is the beautiful finished product. This is how I set up my pancakes, lightly dusted them with more Ceylon cinnamon, blueberries as a garnish, and sliced apples. And look how lovely this is. And it's even lovelier for your cells, for your womb health, for your blood. Teff is very high in iron. All right, here we are. These are Teff flour pancakes. High in iron. Very, very helpful for natural wellness, for natural hormone balance. Great source of fiber and protein. High vibrational food. I highly recommend. So let's dig in and see how good it is. Now, according to healthline.com, just 3.5 ounces of Teff has 37% of your daily value of iron and 12.2 grams of protein and fiber. Things to build the blood, lots of nutrients, antioxidants. Let's go. Can you tell I loved it? Looking at the happy dance. Make this recipe. Your body and your taste buds will be very happy. All right, so technically the recipe is done, but I just wanted to share with you another time that I made this exact same recipe. I went for smaller circles, smaller pancake rounds. They're a little bit thicker and they're definitely smaller, just to show you the versatility of the batter, the texture, so you can see how they cook up. They really don't take long to cook at all. Look at how pretty these were. I think I added some cacao powder to a few of these to give them a little bit of a chocolatey experience. You can do that. You don't have to. And then this time I made the coconut palm sugar syrup with water. So there's versatility in how you make your syrup too. You can do it with water if you don't have any plant milk. So I'm starting the process over here again, turn it on the heat, and I'm simmering and stirring. And I'll put the exact time in the description box because I don't remember right now, but I will tell you this next clip shows you a better example of the thickening and the texture change once you've let the coconut palm sugar mixture simmer for the right amount of time. This was definitely a better, thicker example. And I think you'll like the presentation on this round of this recipe as well. So I was thickening here, and look at that. It's a beautiful example of syrup. And this one was made with water, so it really just depends on whether you want to go with the plant milk or the water. But take a look at this gorgeous gastronomic presentation. Look at that. Like, I outdid myself. I garnished this one with a beautiful cherry and more sliced apples. I love my apples. And look at the beautiful overlay of that wonderful coconut palm sugar syrup. Like, how gourmet can you get? So this is just a little bit of a light dusting with, of course, you know, it's the Ceylon cinnamon because it's a blood sugar balancer. And yes, even a third time, I recorded myself making this recipe. So this is the same recipe, just a third edition of this delicious meal, showing you how quickly and easily everything can be put together. Same ingredients, same measurements. You already know. The presentation is a little different. I think you will enjoy this version of this recipe. Also, and it's going to be up to you to make this recipe your own. Whatever you do, however you enjoy it, just know that you're getting maximum nutritional antioxidant benefits. Oh, and don't forget minerals. Rich in minerals. Gonna set your body, your womb up for success. Look at this beautiful syrup yet again. These are the different stages of thickening, and look at this beautiful finished product. Your coconut palm sugar syrup made with water here. And this is the beginnings of my stack of Teff pancakes garnished with mango. Isn't this a beautiful plate? It feels so decadent, but so low on the glycemic index and so mineral rich and nutritious. Of course, I dusted it with Ceylon cinnamon again. And who says you can't have fun while supporting hormone balance and natural fibroid elimination? You're boosting your fertility. You're getting lots of good fiber to combat estrogen dominance, all through food. Start with your food first, and you do not have to miss out. So I hope you will make this recipe. As you can see, I definitely did and do and will. Now, before I head out, I want to remind you, you can always grab any of my herbal sea moss gels. This is my Green Machine sea moss gel infused with wheatgrass, moringa powder, spirulina, black maca root. So nutritious, but there's so many others. Go over to my shop, fibroidfreedom.bigcartel.com. Pick up your teas, pick up your sea moss gel and your smoothie powder to optimize your lifestyle, your daily habits to be on track and in alignment to shrink fibroids. What are you waiting for, babe? All right, peace, love, and fibroid release.